All right, AI government contractors. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Someone should just confirm in the chat that you can hear me pretty good. Let's do a little mic check here, make sure the microphone is working fine and we don't have any annoying background music. Oh, wow, we have some people in the chat. Jason, I'm glad you were able to make it here early. Thank you for coming. Thank you for attending. Oh, I see. This is Hello Aquaman Cleaning here, best janitorial company in Arkansas. Welcome, welcome, Christian. Great to have you here. Jason is actually driving to Arkansas right now. Okay. See, we have a connection here. The AI GovCon, always connecting people. Hello, Keisha. Welcome, welcome. Walmart distribution in Clarksville. Thanks. You guys can hear me loud and clear. That's amazing. I'm seeing some familiar names here, and I love to see those familiar names. Thank you for always showing up to the live stream because one thing is I'm really good at searching up simple service-based contracts. And perhaps through these live streams, I could give you an idea of something that you could go through. And soon enough, I'm actually going to be breaking down these live streams and providing the link to the Google Docs and just giving you guys all the tools from the breakdown. And perhaps someone could start working with it. Goddess, welcome. Hi. Welcome to the group. Guys, today I wanted to just go over a few things. Now, for anybody who wants to purchase the ebook is available for purchase, but available for purchase in the school group or on the school group. So let's go over this a little bit just to make sure that we are on the same page because I've been getting a lot of inquiries, people saying that they were not able to get the group or get the book, but the book is available. So here we are. I'm going to head over. This is the school group. As you can see, we're almost at 1,000 members. We need just a few people to get to 1,000. And like I said, when we get to 1,000 members, what is going to happen is I'm going to host a 2-day intensive breakdown and proposal writing workshop. I'm going to show you the tools that you're going to need to break down a solicitation, to have the best understanding of the solicitation, and to help you make a decision on whether the solicitation is actually worth pursuing. And then I'm going to go into how to actually create a proposal with ChatGPT step by step. Trust me, it's not as challenging as you think. But if you want to purchase the book, you're going to need to go into the classroom section and go to government contracting without tears, and you're going to have access to the ebook right here, and you're going to have access to a bonus video of me putting together a proposal. So if you've been trying to get the book and you've been unable to get it, you can get it. And guys, as you can see, Goddess is actually telling us that she has a copy of the book and it's worth it. She has her copy, it's worth it. And you can let us know. I don't want to be the one to speak about why it's worth it, but I believe that the book is worth it because it gives you step-by-step instructions that allows you to produce something that you can use, to produce something that can give you a result at the end that you can edit, submit, or even get reviewed. It's not just a bunch of knowledge about government contracting. You can get that knowledge anywhere. You can ask ChatGPT to talk to you about uh, how to understand all the agencies in government contracting. You can study all the government agencies and all the types of contracts available. But if you have no idea how to actually put in a bid, you're going to have problems. Now, if you want to be part of the August proposal writing workshop, that is also available. To answer your question, is $497. Now, the way you can join, all you need to do is go to the other end of the school group or go to the classroom section of the school group. You can make a payment for the August proposal writing workshop and send me a receipt. When you send me the receipt, then that puts you in the spot. But guys, today, what I plan to talk about is this pretty interesting solicitation I found. And I hope you find it interesting too. I didn't open it, I haven't gone through it. But the title got my attention. It's Intrusion Detection Systems. But before we go into the solicitation itself, I want to go over some of the information I went over during our last live stream. And the reason I'm going over this again is because I think it's really important for us to understand how to create an effective prompt. Because once you understand unconsciously how to create a prompt, you're going to find that your conversations with ChatGPT become more productive. Now, some people see me going through ChatGPT and they think, "Wow, this guy is such a guru. How does he just know what to say?" It's a skill. So, anytime you're working on a skill, you need to build intuition towards what you're doing. By the time you're going through 3 to 4 contracts per day, and you're using these methods to break down the contracts, to create your proposals, you're going to find that you develop intuition to the tool. You know immediately when ChatGPT is messing up. You know immediately when ChatGPT is getting things right. You're able to navigate to achieve your goal easily because you have developed the intuition. And that is what I want you to do. I love the fact that you watch the videos, but I don't want you to only watch the video. I want you to practice some of the prompts. So, some of the ingredients to an effective prompt are clarity, specificity, and context. The prompt should be straightforward and unambiguous. It should communicate exactly what is needed without room for misinterpretation. People have complained that ChatGPT hallucinates. And you can tell me in the chat, have you ever used ChatGPT? You put in a prompt, and the result you got out was not the result you were expecting. I'd like to know in the chat, has anybody experienced that before? But if you want to reduce that experience of hallucination, what you need to make sure you're doing is you need to make sure that you're giving ChatGPT enough details. You're giving ChatGPT enough details to determine the result that you're going to get. Like I said, it's a garbage in, garbage out process. If you want to get gold, you need to give in gold. And honestly, with ChatGPT, sometimes people put in trash and they receive gold. That's how good I would say ChatGPT is. But if you are looking for a method, make sure that your prompts are clear. Make sure that your prompts are specific. The more specific the prompt, the more detailed and appropriate the response will be. Specifically helps in narrowing down the scope and focusing on key aspects required. Guys, be sure to make sure you're specific. There's a difference between middlemaning, okay, and working on the contract yourself, fulfilling the contract with your company. You need to make that clear to ChatGPT in your prompts. I know it might not sound significant, but you need to make that clear to ChatGPT in your prompt. And you also need to have context. Providing the necessary background or context helps in aligning the response with the actual needs and considerations relevant to the situation. So let's look at some examples again. A poor prompt is going to be something like write something about cybersecurity services. An improved prompt with clarity is going to be something like outline the key features of our cybersecurity services that are crucial for government agencies. Today, I don't want to go into too much talking about how to create good prompts, but I want to be able to show you how I can create some good prompts in the process of breaking down a solicitation. And also, I'm going to be using the 5-step solicitation breakdown guide, which is nothing but a copy and paste method that you can use to break down solicitations. Look, my recommendation is that you break down 3 solicitations a day. Use the solicitation breakdown guide, break down 3 solicitations a day. That's my recommendation. If you don't have your cage code, you don't have an LLC, but you know you're going to get those things, you're looking to get into government contracting, this is the best way to practice. 3 solicitations a day using, let me add my emphasis, using the beginner friendly 5-step solicitation breakdown guide. So that's what I'm actually going to open up right here. Or actually, I'm going to open up ChatGPT here. Let's have ChatGPT open, and I'm going to go to, and I think the best way for me to show this to you, give me a moment. All right, let's get into it. We have ChatGPT open here. And apart from opening up ChatGPT, I'm also going to go into my Google Doc because that's where the beginner friendly 5-step solicitation breakdown guide is located. Oh, and I think I just closed the Sam.Gov link. But guys, this is what we're looking at today. Intrusion detection system installation. Now, this is a solicitation, an updated solicitation. It's going to be due on the 21st of August, so that gives you ample time to begin to search. And it's a total small business aside or aside. This is in security system services. So, to all my cybersecurity people out there, to all my security industry leaders who are going to watch this video, who are currently watching this video right now, this is something that you can pursue looking towards the 20th of August, if that's possible for you. I'm going to look at how long the description is. As you can see, the description is pretty fair. It's a short one. Questions due by August 13th. So if you have any questions, they're due by August 13th. Actually, someone should remind me in the chat. I need to show you how to create a draft of an email that you can send to a contracting officer if you have questions. But what are some of the documents that we see attached here? We see a wage rate determination is going to give you the minimum rate that anyone who is going to be working on this contract needs to be making according to labor laws in the United States. Then we have the solicitation, we have the statement of work, we have brand name justification. Brand name justification. I'm going to open that up. General contract information. Oh, by the way, let's say I actually just wanted ChatGPT to let me know what this was. I will just grab that document and ask ChatGPT to explain this document to me in simple language. Let's see what this document is about. Is the brand name plus justification. Let's see. And then we have the statement of work, which I'm going to download. And I'm also going to download the SOL. So let's say we're using ChatGPT as a shortcut. It says that this document you provided, let's highlight this. The document you provided is a brand name justification, which explains the reason for specifically choosing a branded product or service for purchase by an organization rather than opting for a generic or different brand. It generally includes number one, the rationale of brand selection. So, details why this specific brand is necessary, mentioning unique features or compatibility issues that other brands do not address. Comparison with other brands highlights comparison between the chosen brand and other available options, showing why alternatives are not suitable. Impact of decision. So this discusses the implications of selecting the brand on organizations' operations, such as efficiency, cost savings, or meeting specific requirements. So, guys, we understand what this brand name justification document is because you might come across this document again. So, remember that this document essentially explains the reason for choosing a specific product brand. Okay, there is reasons that they have this, and those 3 reasons were the rationale, the comparison with other brands, and the impact on decision. Okay, good. Now we have those 2 other documents here, which are the solicitation and the SOW. I'm going to go to the beginner friendly solicitation breakdown guide. And guys, like I said, this is the only copy and paste method that you have on the internet today to understanding government contracts, federal government contracts. It's literally copy and paste and read. Copy, paste, read. And if you follow these instructions carefully, I kid you not, you're going to be able to understand contracts really quickly. Now, I'm going to open another Google Doc. With this Google Doc, essentially what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to be turning this into the folder that holds all the information for this solicitation. So when I go to the result here, I see that the title is Building 90064 Intrusion Detection System. I can grab that and I can make that the title of my document. And this will be the dedicated document where I come in to understand exactly what I'm working with, what I'm working on. And let us see, the agency is the 605 Testing and Evaluation Squadron, Herbold Field. Okay, so the solicitation involves the installation of the Vindicator Intrusion Detection System, IDS, and here's access control in specific rooms of building 90064 in Harbert Field, FL. The contractor is required to provide all necessary labor, supply, supervision, materials, and equipment to complete the installation according to specified standards and requirements detailed in the SOW. The project must meet certain security testing and performance standards to ensure it effectively protects the facilities against unauthorized access and ensures safety. Guys, we have a high level view of what this contract is about. What I'm going to do is I'm going to throw it into my Google Doc as the beginning of this document. But I'm going to go back to the 5 step beginner friendly solicitation breakdown guide because I want to go a bit deeper. Having a summary is not enough. I want to find out some deeper information in this particular solicitation. So I'm going to ask, what are the eligibility requirements? What are the key deliverables? What are the objectives of this contract? So, first of all, this is a woman's own small business set aside. I thought I saw total small business set aside. I thought I saw. So, something interesting here. So I'm unclear about this. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to ask ChatGPT a question. So I saw this was a total small business set aside. Where did the WOSB come from? I'm just genuinely curious. It seems there was a mistake in my initial interpretation. The solicitation was indeed set aside for small businesses, not specifically for women-owned small businesses. This means the contract is reserved for small businesses. Okay, cool. I'm going to now ask ChatGPT, rewrite your response to. I'm going to copy this prompt again. But this time I'm going to put it in speech marks and correct all mistakes. Okay, so let's see now. We have set aside for total small businesses. Okay. Contractor must comply with specified installation standards, security protocol, and federal acquisition regulations. Okay, we got that. Oh, now it has to regenerate. Give it a moment. Okay, guys, check this out now. Install IDS and ACS systems. These are the key deliverables. The contractor is responsible. And by the way, if there's anyone in the security industry, and you know about IDS and ACS, I really want to get your contribution in chat. Talk to me about what you're seeing that I'm perhaps not seeing in this very quick breakdown. Okay, so the contractor is responsible for installing the Vindicator intrusion detection system. I'm actually going to Google this. I want to see what this looks like, just curiously. Any images? Okay, I see. I see. Okay, let's look a bit deeper. Testing and certification, completion of a contractor verification test, conducting functional and operational certification tests to ensure systems effectiveness and compliance with specifications. Okay. Training and documentation, provide end user training on the operations and maintenance of installed systems. So these are the key deliverables. These are some of the things they expect. Now, the objective is enhanced security, regulatory compliance, excuse me, operational reliability, maintenance support. So these are the objectives, and we can go a bit deeper. We can find out some more information, and that will simply be by going back to the beginner friendly solicitation breakdown guide. You want to find out, so what are some of the submission instructions? Guys, if you want to have access to the beginner friendly solicitation breakdown guide, I suggest you go onto the school community. You'll be able to get that. Good question, Jason. What information in the SOW do we give the subcontractor in order to create our proposal? So this is interesting. Sounds like there are two things in this question here. First of all, it sounds like you're asking what information do we give to the subcontractors? But on the other end, you're saying in order to create the proposal. Well, you don't need to give them anything to create your proposal. You may want to collect information from them to create your proposal. But in terms of giving them something, I'm going to show you right now how to create a summary of the SOW so you can give it to them so they know the exact details that they need from you. Or so that they know the subcontractor has the exact details that they'll need to give you a quote without giving out information about the contract. And Jason, this actually comes from a very simple prompt, and this is the prompt. Create a detailed SOW summary to send to a potential subcontractor to receive a quote. If you notice something about this prompt, is following some of the instructions. There's context here, there's clarity. I want a detailed SOW summary that I can send over to a subcontractor to get a quote. So right now, what we can see is that it seems like it's writing it out as an email. We're seeking qualified subcontractors to partner with us on a grant contract for the installation of security systems at Hulbert Field FL. Below are the details. It's a detailed summary of the project requirements based on the SOW. So we have system installation. This is the scope of work. Testing. We have the deliverables. We have the timeline. We have the contractor requirements. Must be certified Honeywell, Vindicator, or Hirish installer. Must meet federal small business eligibility criteria under the specified small business set aside, must have the capability to manage all aspects of project's execution from installation, final testing, and handover. Guys, I don't know if you notice, but in this entire detailed
SOW summary, you can there's no information about, oh well, this is from this agency, and this is the evaluation criteria. What we have right now is a beautiful summary of the statement of work. So what we can do with this now is I can easily decide to copy this and send this as a bulk email to subcontractors who may have the ability to do the work based on my search. So that's what I'm doing here. Check this out. We have, it's not too long. They can read it, it's in detail. We have the rooms, we have the specification, the deliverables, and they can easily give us a quote based on this. But Jason, I hope that answers your question. So in the process of breaking down this particular contract, there are a few things that I want to bring to your attention. You have the right to query ChatGPT for more information. You don't have to accept what it has given. You can even ask ChatGPT to reevaluate what it has given you as an output. Now, something I want to show you is creating a list of potential subs using ChatGPT. What you want to do here is ask ChatGPT first of all. Okay, let's do two things. Let's do it this way. First of all, I'm going to create a Boolean string so we can search for potential subs using Google. And then I'm going to ask ChatGPT to give me a list of companies that can do this work. So let's start with the Boolean strings. Anytime you want to create Boolean strings, the first thing you want to do is ask ChatGPT what kind of companies and fulfill the project. So we can start with that. What kind of companies can fulfill the project? ChatGPT is going to give you a generalized list. Certified security systems installers, and this one is a bit more specific, especially given that we need to find people who with the Honeywell Vindicator and here and Heritage systems. So when you have this, you can then ask ChatGPT to turn these companies into search terms. Okay, turn the companies into search terms. So I'm going to see this. This is a good one. Can we ask ChatGPT what type of insurance you need? Now, that is if you need any particular insurance, right? Don't have the idea that for every contract that you come across, you need some kind of insurance. But let's ask the question. But if I was to give you a short answer to your question, the short answer is yes, you can ask ChatGPT what kind of insurance you need. What kind of insurance do I need for this contract? So, for the contract involving the installation of security systems like the Vindicator intrusion detection system or the Heritage access control at a military installation, specific types of insurance are typically required to protect against various risks. Here are the types of insurance you should consider: general liability insurance, professional liability insurance, workers' compensation insurance, commercial auto insurance, umbrella insurance. What ChatGPT is doing here is it's now giving you a very generalized answer to what type of insurance do I need here. But and this is why the question is a bit general, but let's ask a deeper question. What kind of insurance do these documents say I need? Do these documents say I need? Okay, and I'm going to put the SOL as statement of work. If none, if none, say none. Okay, so it does not specify any particular insurance required requirements for the contract involving the installation of the Vindicator intrusion detection system. So let's go back to creating the Boolean search. And I want to see what we can find if I use something like this. Create a Boolean string with relevant industry keywords for this. And I'm just going to paste that search term in there. It has been created. I'm going to grab the Boolean string. And this was the result from the Boolean string. Honeywell security systems. I'm guessing some monitoring. It's going to show me like people who are certified, hopefully. Honeywell security systems. So, I don't really like to go too deep into each of these because it just takes a lot of time. But essentially, I want you to create a Boolean string and begin to search up the results that you find from the Boolean strings that you create. Or you can use ChatGPT to create a list of potential subcontractors. And the way you want to do that is pretty simple. Let me show you how. Okay, question here from Jason. Do we ask subcontractors to give us technical or how they perform the contract, or do we create our own technical? So it depends on you, right? I create my own technical because I have the tools to create my technical. If they give me information that is different from how other companies do the work, then I can add it to my technical. For example, if I was writing my proposal right now, I could actually just ask ChatGPT, create a technical statement, or actually, think like a middleman, context. Think like a middleman looking to place a bid on this contract. Okay? Create a technical statement. Create a technical statement for Godwin GovCon. I'm just adding my name of the name of the company, Godwin GovCon. So let's just make it as simple as this. Because the example I want to show you here, what I want to show you here, Jason, is that when you are creating your technical, it's really based on telling them that you're going to be able to do exactly what they said you should do. You're giving them back what they've given you. So, technical compliance, system installation of all specified IDS and ACS components, ensuring compatibility with existing systems and minimizing operational disruptions. That's what they want. Okay, they also want you to test. They also want you to test testing and certification, execution of all necessary contract verification tests, functionality, and operational certifications to ensure system integrity and performance. That's what they wanted. So essentially, the tech is telling them that, hey, we're going to give you what you want. Hey, you remember that thing that you wanted us to install? Oh, yeah, we're going to install it. And perhaps we're going to use this technique to install it. But you also want to be able to interview the subcontractor well enough to get some information that you can add. Sometimes you see me using the website of the subcontractor to write out the technical. This is because with ChatGPT, what you are focused on is giving it enough information for it to give you a good finished product or a product that you can work with. So, Jason, to your question here, you want to be an interviewer, collect all the information from the subcontractor. You also want to be an AI expert who has the ability to collect information from the internet based on the industry and create a technical statement by yourself. Choose which side you want to lean into the most. At the end of the day, what is important is that you have a technical statement that tells the contracting officer on the other side or tells the government agency that, hey, this is what you said you wanted, and this is how we plan to make it happen using X, Y, and Z technique. So I hope that answers your question, Jason. Now, just right back to ChatGPT here. Typically, what we like to do is we like to create the table of contents from the evaluation criteria. Right now, time is a little bit stiff. So, what I really want is to see you guys in the school community. I want you to join the school community. Things are happening in there, it's raving in there. We have 986 members built within 45 days. I'm looking to create a different community, a paid community where I have a lot of my OGs, the people who are looking to actually submit proposals and not just watch me break down proposals. You want to submit proposals, we will be meeting every week. But that is something that will be coming in the future. For now, join the free community, purchase the ebook, enjoy the process of procurement because it doesn't have to be that tasking. You don't have to spend 5 hours reading a solicitation. Use the beginner friendly solicitation guide. And Jason, if this is anything, I probably answered your question. But guys, with that being said, that's the end of the live stream. I would love you to subscribe to the channel, invite your friends, smash the like button on this particular video. Let this be one of the highest live streams. But guys, it was wonderful getting with you this night, and see you in the school group.